Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and really focus on what matters.
And today, we're doing something a little different, aren't we? Taking a step back.
Exactly. We're going a bit meta. Think about it like this. You're trying to find information on something really specific, maybe something obscure.
Right. And all you have is this maybe slightly strange reference.
Yeah, like a cryptic clue. But what if that clue itself, the title, who made it, maybe even a chapter number, could actually tell you a lot before you even start reading?
That's the idea. It's about reading the signs, the metadata.
So that's our mission today. We have this one very, very specific reference. Learn and Success YouTube channel, episode 56, about Div Dive English Grammar.
Div Dive English Grammar. It's quite a mouthful.
It really is. And we're not actually going to teach Div Dive English Grammar itself. Instead, this whole deep dive is about, well, the metadata of learning.
What can we figure out just from knowing that this resource exists in this specific form? How does that help you as a learner?
It's about becoming a smarter, more efficient learner by understanding the landscape before you dive in.
Okay, so let's start unpacking that phrase. Div Dive English Grammar.
Yeah.
Just the name itself. It's incredibly precise, isn't it?
It really stands out. What does the fact that someone made a whole video, presumably dedicated just to this, tell us before we even click play?
Well, that level of specificity is fascinating. When you find something like Div Dive English Grammar getting its own spotlight, it immediately signals a few things.
Like what?
Like, this probably isn't some simple everyday grammar point you just gloss over.
Right.
It suggests there's real nuance here. Maybe it's something learners constantly get wrong or struggle with.
A common sticking point, maybe?
Could be. Or it might be a very particular grammatical structure. You know, a specific construction, maybe an error pattern, or a rule with tricky exceptions that really needs its own dedicated kind of in-depth look.
So the fact it warrants its own video, that's not trivial.
Not at all. It implies a certain weight, a complexity or importance that demands this focused explanation. It's not Basic Verbs 101.
Right. So for you, the listener, encountering a term this specific, it's like a flag saying, okay, prepare for a detailed focus here.
Exactly. It's a specialized tool for a specific job. You're probably not looking at a broad overview.
That makes sense. It signals that if you're searching for this term, you're likely past the absolute basics.
Yeah, you're probably looking to refine something specific or maybe correct a misunderstanding you already have.
So the resource itself is telling you its intended audience, in a way. It expects you to be ready for this concentrated dose of grammar.
Precisely.
Okay, so that's the topic itself. Now, what about the who and the where? We know it's the Learn and Success YouTube channel, and specifically episode 56.
Ah, yes. The source details.
What's the significance of knowing the channel and that episode number? It's not just some random result from a search engine.
Well, knowing it's from Learn and Success, that channel name itself immediately gives you a feel for its purpose, right?
Educational intent seems pretty clear.
Yeah, it suggests a focus on, actual learning, pedagogical value.
Yeah.
The content is likely designed to help viewers genuinely understand and, well, succeed.
Okay, so it positions itself as more than just entertainment. It sounds like a structured learning place.
Right. But then you add the episode number 56. That's maybe even more revealing.
How so?
56 implies... Well, it implies there are 55 others, potentially.
Yeah.
It suggests a potentially well-established series, maybe even comprehensive.
So this isn't just a one-off video they decided to make about some weird grammar point.
Probably not. It suggests it's part of a sequence, a progression. There might be an intended order.
But hang on, couldn't episode 56 just mean, they upload a lot of videos on different things, and this just happens to be the 56th one they uploaded, not necessarily connected?
That's a fair point. Could just be a number. But that's why the channel name, Learn and Success, combined with the number, is so informative.
The combination.
Exactly. A channel with that name suggests a deliberate educational path. So episode 56, Within that context, strongly hints at a certain order, maybe even prerequisite knowledge covered in earlier episodes.
Like chapters in a textbook series.
Kind of, yeah. So for you, this helps put the material in context. Is Div Dive English Grammar something they consider foundational? Probably not at episode 56. Is it advanced? More likely.
So it helps you figure out where it fits in their curriculum, I guess.
Exactly. Their teaching journey. If you're just starting, maybe you look for episode 1, not 56.
Right.
But if you're more advanced, episode 56 signals, okay, this might be the nuanced thing I need. It's about understanding their structure.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, let's think about the medium itself. It's a YouTube video.
Right, the format.
How does learning this grammar point via YouTube typically differ from, say, reading about it in a grammar book? What are the pros and cons for you as a learner?
Well, that's a really important question. It brings learning styles into it. YouTube explanations. They inherently leverage visuals, don't they?
Yeah, animations, text on screen.
Exactly. Dynamic examples, maybe the presenter points things out. Plus, there's the auditory part. You're hearing it explained.
The intonation, the emphasis.
Right. That can clarify things in a way plain text sometimes can't. You hear the rhythm, the flow, which is great for grammar. It often feels more engaging.
And they often break things down, right, into smaller, digestible chunks.
Yeah. Easier to maintain focus, especially with complex ideas. It's designed to hold your attention in a way that, let's be honest, some dense grammar books don't always manage.
True. And there's also the accessibility factor.
Big time. YouTube is mostly free and readily available. You just need a connection.
Which makes potentially high-quality teaching, like from a channel named Learn and Success, really democratic, easy to find, easy to share.
And easy to revisit. You can pause it, rewind, rewatch that tricky bit 5 times if you need to. Just the speed even.
I remember when I was starting out, I just grabbed the first resource I found on a topic, didn't matter what it was.
Oh, we've all been there.
Yeah. If I'd known back then to just, read the label first, look at these metadata clues, I could have saved myself so much time and confusion.
Exactly. So this is crucial information for you, the learner. Think about how you learn best.
Your personal style.
Do you benefit from seeing things animated? Do diagrams help? Does hearing it explained clearly, maybe with a friendly voice, make it stick?
If yes, then this specific resource type, a YouTube video from an educational channel, might be perfect.
It really might. Especially if you learn better by seeing and hearing rather than just reading. It hits multiple senses, which really helps information stick.
Okay, wow. So let's recap. Just from that one-line Learn and Success YouTube channel, episode 56, about Div Dive English Grammar, what have we figured out?
Well, quite a lot, actually.
We've identified it's a highly specific, likely nuanced, or tricky grammar point.
Yep. Not beginner stuff, probably.
We've located a dedicated video resource for it.
From a channel that sounds educationally focused, Learn and Success.
And the episode number 56 suggests it's part of a structured series, maybe for more advanced learners within their sequence.
Right. And we've considered the benefits of the medium, YouTube, visual, auditory, engaging, accessible, good for certain learning styles.
And we haven't even looked at the actual grammar. We've learned so much about how to approach learning it just from the description.
That's the power of this metadata of learning idea. It's like a superpower for efficient learners.
We just use Div Dive English Grammar as our test case.
Right. And this whole exercise, it just highlights how much you can learn by understanding the characteristics of a resource before you invest your time.
We inferred complexity, creator intent, curriculum position, the best way to engage.
It's like checking the specs on a tool before you buy it. Does it do the specific job you need? Is it the right quality? Is it easy to use for you?
It saves you from picking up the wrong tool for the job.
Exactly. This whole deep dive, even though it's focused on one tiny specific reference, it really gives you a blueprint, doesn't it?
A blueprint for how to tackle any specific learning goal you might have.
It's about boosting your how to learn skills, knowing where to look and how to filter to find the perfect explanation for you.
Tailoring your search not just by topic, but by the resource type that fits your style and your current level.
Okay, let's try applying this blueprint real quick. We just did Deep Dive English Grammar. What if you were looking for, say, quantum mechanics for beginners?
Totally different field. How would this metadata approach help there?
Well, straight away, for beginners tells you the goal, right? Accessibility, foundations.
Okay.
Then the source matters hugely. If it's a lecture series from MIT on YouTube,
Probably rigorous, maybe math heavy, quite abstract.
likely. But if it's a popular science book from someone like Carl Sagan or Brian Greene,
More analogies, storytelling, probably less intimidating math.
exactly. Or maybe it's a YouTube channel known for really simple physics explainers with cartoons.
You'd expect lots of visuals, step-by-step stuff, maybe aimed at a younger audience or total novices.
Right. So even without diving into quantum states, just by looking at the title, the author or channel, and the medium, you're already getting a strong sense of the learning journey involved.
You can immediately gauge if it's likely the right fit for where you are right now.
That's the power. It helps you filter effectively, saving you potentially hours of frustration with a resource that's either too basic or way too advanced.
It helps you manage your expectations and choose wisely from the start.
Precisely.
Well, that brings us to the end of this rather unusual deep dive into the metadata of learning.
It's been fun looking at the frame rather than the picture for once.
It has. We hope this journey, sparked by that single, very specific reference, has given you some new tools, some new ways to think about navigating your own learning adventures.
Yeah, how to be a more strategic learner.
And before we sign off, here's a little something for you to think about.
What's a highly specific, maybe even slightly weird or unusual concept in any field that you're curious about right now?
And thinking about what we discussed today, how would understanding the type of resource available for it, the source, the format, the implied audience, shape how you'd actually approach learning it?
Something to ponder.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And keep deep diving.